What is up? My name is CJ Finley. Thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. Please consider hitting that subscribe button if you would love all the tips and tricks to help you live a healthier, happier life and ultimately thrive. Today's topic of discussion is near and dear to my heart, where we will be talking about the acronym THRIVE, T.H.R.I.V.E, and how it can help you live a better life. THRIVE, what does it stand for? It stands for time, health, relationships, income, vision, and experiences. Most people sacrifice their time, their health, and their relationships for an income. Unfortunately, this leads a lot of people down a path that when they look back on, they're not happy with. So I'd love to walk you through something here today that'll help you avoid going down that path and step into who you're meant to become so that you can live the healthiest, happiest lifestyle possible. Let's start with the first letter, which is T, time. How do you go about deciding what you should do with your time? A lot of people struggle with this. We struggle to be present. We're always thinking about the past or trying to plan for the future, and we struggle to just be here in the now. We struggle to be here in the now because ambiguity leads to anxiety. A lot of people are ambiguous when it comes to how they should be spending their time. Therefore, it creates anxiety within themselves. And because they are ambiguous with the time that they are spending in the present moment, they tend to attach their time to what did they do in the past and what pain that caused them, or how they can plan for the future rather than thriving in the present moment. So what I want you to do is I want you to take out a pen and paper or hop on your computer and open up an Excel sheet, and I want you to determine what is it that you want to do with your time each and every day. So the way that I break this down is I look at sleep, what I'm eating, the fitness routine that I have, what I want to do for my career, how I want to spend my time with my wife and all the other people that I love. I break my time down into themes and how do I want to spend that each and every day. Once I figure out what my general day is, what I want my life to look like in the future, and then I'm going to reflect on how am I actually spending my time right now. So what I want you to do is this week or for the next month, start writing down what you're actually doing with your time. And then I want you to reflect on and analyze, is your time matching up with how you want your time to be spent? If it's not, that's okay. The goal here is to just work towards spending time in the way that you want and in the way that you want, rather than what you're actually doing right now. What habits do you need to change? Who do you need to reach out to? What books do you need to read? What courses do you need to take? What things can you do to improve your life right now so that your time starts looking like the one that you had written down for yourself? The next is health. What are your health goals? How do you plan to be the healthiest, happiest you? If you go into every single day just winging it, it's not gonna work. So what you wanna do is you wanna think about your sleep, your recovery, your fitness routine, your nutrition. Again, break them down into different themes so that you can see what your health routine is currently. What does it need to be in the future? That's determined on, in the current moment, how are you feeling? Write that down. What is your output every single day? Do you feel sluggish or do you feel like you're conquering every single day? Acknowledging these things is critical for your long-term health. Third thing, relationships. How are your relationships? Most importantly, how is your relationship with yourself? Do you like yourself every single morning? Are you excited for each and every day? If you're not excited for each and every day, start dialing into why. What anxiety do you have going into that morning that immediately is causing you to say, hey, I don't even want to show up today? What are some frustrating things in your life? What is happening to lead to that anxiety or to lead to that anger or to lead to that depression? If you solve the root cause, then everything else will fall into place. So start with reflecting on what relationship you have with yourself. Start there, and that's gonna bleed off into everybody else around you. If you love yourself and you're confident in yourself and you're happy going into each and every day, you're gonna spread that energy to everyone around you. Second part of this is, how do other people make you feel? Are the people that you're around right now, are they bringing you down? Are they raising you up? How are they treating you? Do they treat you with respect, with kindness? Are they authentic towards you? These are all notes that you need to be taking. Is your environment helping you become the best you, or is it taking from you? You want to understand that, because if it's taking from you, you have to drop those relationships and move on. Next thing is income. A lot of people focus on this one. They focus on how much money I could make rather than looking holistically at the long-term view of what actually accrues wealth. Those three things that I just listed prior to income are super important to your long-term wealth. If you understand how to be decisive on your time, your health, and your relationships, income is going to be a much easier category to improve. The simplest tip I have for income is downloading an app like Mint or Personal Capital and just tracking your expenses each and every month, and then see how much money you're making every month. You want to make sure that you are profitable after each month. Focus on reducing the amount of debt that you're taking on. Focus on reducing the amount of unnecessary expenses, the $100 a month you're spending on coffee, the $100 a week you're spending at restaurants that you don't need to be at. Focus on creating a nest egg first, and the way that you do that is by focusing on how much am I making versus how much am I spending. If you have to spend less just to save up a little bit more and start to invest in other areas of life, that's what you got to do. I'm not a financial advisor, so take my advice with a grain of salt, and that's why I try to keep it simple and just have you focus on your expenses. What are you letting go of? And your income. What are you bringing in? Start there. Next thing is V, vision. What is your long-term vision for your life? Do you even have one? What does the next 3, 5, 10, 20 years look like for you? I'm the type of person that likes to start at the end and then reverse down. So one of my long-term goals is to become an angel investor. So I started thinking, how do I invest in other people right now, even if it's micro, even if it's just time and energy, how do I invest in them to see how that investment pans out? Before I have that $250K or $500K check to write that startup 20 years from now, I need to learn the game just naturally by doing it with my time and my energy, and maybe some small checks here and there. So that's a long-term goal I have for myself. So I align everything that I'm doing in my life to get closer to that goal. Next thing would be, I want to have kids and I want to be there for them at the games, at the recitals, whatever they're into, I want to be there. So I need to be a little bit more flexible, and that's where entrepreneurship comes in. I need to own things. I need to be taking ownership over my time and where I'm spending it so that I can spend as much time with them in the future. So you see how I start thinking about what is it that my long-term vision for my own life looks like, and then my actions and my habits on a daily lean into what is going to get me to that long-term vision that I have. Last but not least, it's E, it's experiences. This is my favorite one, to be honest, because I feel like a lot of people out there say they want to do these different things and they want this amazing life where they're always trying new things and doing new things and meeting new people, when they don't realize that all they have to do is walk out their front door and start doing that. And instead of being ambiguous and creating that anxiety around that, start listing off some of the experiences that not only do you want to have this year, but go back to that long-term vision. What experiences do you want to have in the long run? And how can you start checking them off each and every day rather than thinking, oh, I got to wait 6 months or a year? So for me, one of the experiences that I wanted to have this year is producing more videos like this. I wanted to get better at filming and editing so that when I travel the world like I plan to, I can then record and look back on those memories. That's an experience to me. This right here, as I'm recording this, the video and the audio, this is an experience that I wanted to continue to have with myself. An experience outside of myself is I'd love to travel a little bit more with my family. So that's something that I have in mind each and every day to work towards. So if I know that that's at the top of my list of what I want to do, I know that at some point this year, I need to dial in what does that exactly look like. So for you, what you can do is list off what experiences that you have that you want to do and start checking them off each and every day. So to wrap this up, time, health, relationships, income, vision, experiences, to thrive, I believe that you have to acknowledge what it is that you are after in this life. Who are you at the end of the day and at the start of every day? Figure that out first, write these things down, create habits and take actions that align with what you have written down, and you will thrive on life. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is start reflecting, get that notepad, take your laptop out, figure out what it is that this life has to offer you, and then go chase it down. Each and every day, make it fun, surround yourself with other people and environments that help you hit your goals, and never forget to lend a hand to others out there who are trying to do the same thing. Hope to see you guys on my next video. Until then though, thrive on y'all.